You pack the last cardboard box. The key finally turns. You hear the deadbolt click. The hallway feels impossibly heavy now. Why does this keep happening? Is this really how it ends? Do they even miss you yet? Are you completely alone? The relationship didn't collapse because the love ran out. It collapsed because your safety ran out. You are not failing at love. This isn't proof you chose the wrong person. Every couple that has ever loved deeply has stood exactly where you stand right now. By the end of this video, you will finally understand why distance makes an avoidance buried emotions crash to the surface, and you will know exactly how to navigate it without losing yourself. Let's get into it. Most couples believe an avoidant partner pulls away because they simply don't feel as deeply as you do. But the real truth is their nervous system isn't detached. It is completely overloaded. When you sit across from them, their body reads your closeness like a rising pressure gauge. They don't feel less love. They feel too much intensity, and silence becomes their only shield. When you finally leave the room, the immediate threat disappears. Their armor finally drops, and everything they couldn't process while you were standing right next to them finally surfaces. This isn't cold calculation. This is human biology. Attachment science shows us that deactivating strategies only activate to keep a stressed system stable. Remove the activation trigger. Watch the buried longing rush back up. You are not watching someone detach. You are watching someone finally thaw. The delayed emotional echo. Here's the part no one talks about. Most couples think distance creates permanent indifference. You expect them to move forward instantly. But beneath the surface, your departure removes the heavy demand for constant emotional regulation. Their nervous system finally stops bracing. The feelings never actually vanished. You just watched them arrive late to the party. Not frantic midnight texts. You wait for sudden grand gestures instead. Most couples chase empty signals constantly, but two people finally process what felt too heavy to hold while the door was still open. Honestly, you need to see this clearly now. When the quiet settles in the empty room, his brain quietly registers, I don't have to defend myself anymore. You finally understand why it takes time. And when that internal shift lands completely, the walls between you dissolve without a single spoken word. The longing surfaces when pressure drops. This is where it gets really interesting. Most people in relationships assume freedom brings permanent relief. You believe they're breathing easier without you. But the real truth lives in the nervous system reset. Their body stops treating intimacy like a threat. What looks like instant relief is actually delayed processing. You notice the sudden absence of distraction. She feels a sharp, quiet pang of absence. Something in her is saying, I forgot how much I actually leaned on your presence. And that quiet ache becomes the turning point, where genuine longing replaces defensive distance. You finally stop guessing what they feel. You watch them turn inward. And when they finally stop running from the quiet, you both start remembering why you chose each other in the first place. Grief arrives in waves, not straight lines. But here's what nobody explains. Most couples expect heartbreak to hit identically for everyone. You look for consistent, visible sadness. You track their social activity like a scoreboard. Emotional distance isn't like a brick wall. It is scar tissue built over 100 unspoken moments. Avoidants don't process linearly. They compartmentalize first. They unpack it later. The delay isn't denial. It is careful digestion. They feel the loss in fragments. A song plays. A coffee mug sits empty. He catches himself staring at the doorway. His mind whispers, "I thought I wanted space. Now I just want you back." You watch the realization wash over them. And that's when your partner stops feeling like a problem to solve and starts feeling like a person to come home to. The lens shifts from survival to connection. Most couples think an avoidant will suddenly become perfectly emotionally available. You expect a complete personality rewrite overnight. But real transformation isn't about erasing identity. It is about safety returning to the system. When the fight finally stops, the nervous system stops scanning for traps. They begin reviewing memories with fresh eyes, not with harsh criticism, but with clear clarity. They finally see your bids for closeness. You notice how they used to look away. Her heart softens as she replays those moments. She thinks, "I didn't pull back because I didn't care. I pulled back because I was terrified." You hold the space they need. And when you stop treating distance like rejection, you both finally experience real turning toward each other again. The real breakthrough isn't about chasing it back. And here's what changes everything. Most people in relationships rush in the moment they sense a shift. You want to fix the timeline immediately. Chasing resets the exact same cycle. Waiting honors the natural healing pace. This isn't a communication technique to manipulate outcomes. This is what it looks like when someone learns to love without abandoning themselves. They need quiet time to sit with reality. They need to feel your absence without panic. You step back intentionally. They start reaching out voluntarily. His chest finally relaxes. He realizes, she isn't trying to fix me. You watch the trust rebuild slowly. And that's the quiet repair that transforms a draining struggle into a grounded partnership. This isn't a checklist to memorize. It is an invitation to show up differently. When you internalize this, you stop reacting and start responding. Your partner will feel the difference before you even speak. These aren't tips for a better relationship. They are the beginning of becoming the kind of partner you always wanted someone to be for you. The relationship you want starts the moment you stop waiting for it to heal and decide to become what makes it whole.